Hey, everybody, how's it going? Let me just, these glasses don't go with this shirt. I neither do these ones. You know, for $6.99, it's the cheapest jewelry I got. Ooh, that needs cleaning. How's everybody doing today? Give me just a second to clean my glasses here. Take your hand. No, I got it wrong. Place your hand against my soul. Feel it driving against the... Whatever. Sorry, folks. How's it going? Let me just pop out and say hello to Donna Holland, Helen Burke, Jeanette Hobizol, Joe Mama, Senla, Patricia Furby's in the house, Sarah Young, Sue Bass. How's it going? All right, let me get my chat popped out. It is my day off, sort of. Monday, I always declare Monday to be my day off. Please make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. And yeah, don't look at my hair. I just had a shower. So, oh my goodness, I can't go back and read all the questions. Make sure you're on. Good morning, Carla Wyatt. Hey, Dallas. Remember to be on live chat. Good afternoon. Yarn. A pattern I got online, Artisan Apron by Janet Claire. Okay, I missed all that. I must have missed that. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I'm in a lot of pain. Remember yesterday when look at the chunk I took out of my baby finger with the peeler yesterday. You can actually see the dent of how much tissue that thing bled for like hours. Hey, Lee McLeod, Terry White, Billy Buckland, Donna Holland, Yarn Prepper, South Arc Woman, Helen Burke, Terry White, and so on. How's everybody doing? I got to roll. And I don't mean leave. Oh, I'm so close to being there, folks. You're not hearing anything? Yeah, refresh, Donna. Refresh. I am so close to, oh my gosh, being done canning. It's not funny. Now, remember when you see my pantry, folks, there's only 2 people that live in this house. But I'm almost there. I am so close to being there. You know what I mean? Tony DeLuca! How you doing, baby? Hi, Seashell. Aloha. Bad pain day. Oh, fibro flare. Oh, yeah. Janet, now, did I say it right? Is it Hobazol? Good morning, Bev. Putting your frozen spicy potato video to good use. Oh, the wedgie fries? Oh, yeah. I got to put this on Do Not Disturb, guys, because otherwise we'll be blinking and blanking and all kinds of noises will be coming up. And when someone phones, it'll startle the hell out of you because everyone I know who phones me, well, not everyone, but my family all have specific ringtones. Nebula. Yes, Nebula. Very dizzy yesterday and today. Are you drinking enough water? People seem to laugh at me when I say drink lots of water. Guys, our bodies are 75% water. Our brains are 90. Okay? It's like water and fatty tissues, right? So when you get dizzy, anything neurological, the first thing you need to do is make sure you're hydrated. Okay? Holy cow, that's a chunk. Hobazol. Okay. Awesome. How are you today? Yes, 8 glasses a day. Good. Good. I made your Lebanese garlic sauce yesterday. I know, isn't it good? I got to get more. I just haven't got the lemons or the garlic because every time I get garlic, I end up, making spaghetti sauce or canning or something that lots of garlic soup and stuff. So hang on a second. Almost forgot to take water pill. Oh, yes, Dallas. And then in a half an hour, you're going to be running to the bathroom. How you feeling, Dallas? Oh, that garlic sauce is so good. I don't drink enough water. I drink maybe 2. That's probably 4 8-ounce glasses in a day. It depends, though. You know, I drink like this much tea. I drink 2 or 3 of these a day. So, oh my goodness. Give me a second here, folks. Oh my goodness. I love this. Don't you just love this? Woohoo! Oh, wait. Let's see if we can get them bouncing. Woo! This is, I think, my favorite. I think this is one of my favorites. Next to the bunny ears. Cold got to pain today. 2 hours to warm up was not fun. Ooh. I do more coffee. But you know what? Coffee dehydrates you, Dallas. Coffee dehydrates. That's why I had to stop drinking it. I would drink a cup of coffee and an hour later, I'd be all discombobulated and wobbly and passing out. My water comes in coffee flavored. Busy bee, Bev. Hey. Hey, Paula. How are you, darling? Kathy Miller. So anyway, my hands. You know, every year, Are we ready? Are you ready? No, I'm not scratching your bum. You got to come up here and get your hellos. No, you got to, no. Come here. No, over here. Why do you move over there? Why? What is over here that's so frightening? Oh, my Gracie. Oh, my good. All right. Oh, sorry. Now I lay me down to sleep, but pray the Lord my spirit to keep. If I die like a broken old fridge, Can you hear the deep breathing she's doing? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Are you done? Are you done? Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, okay, careful. Oh, yes. Say hi to everybody right there. Right there. There they are. Yeah, I know you love me. You want my attention. You don't want anybody else. You just want my attention. You're so spoiled. Okay, that's enough. Can I have a kiss now? Can I have a kiss? All right, go lay down. Oh, cut your bum. Oh, cut your backs of the legs. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Does that feel good? Well, what do you think? Kiss? Where's my kiss? Thank you. Thank you, baby. All right, go lay down. Hey, where'd you get this? You leave Mommy Fred alone. No, it's not for you. Go lay down, baby. Go lay down. Okay, Donna. Hey, Autumn Gypsy. I need a. Hi, Pamela. How's it going? She's a good girl. She's a very loving pup. She is. And she's very, very protective of me. And yet, Raph and Ron, like, she almost took my brother's feet off, but Raph and Ron walked in and she's like, oh, please, let me just lay in your lap and adore you. You know what I mean? It's like, you never know. She has her own reasons for liking and disliking people. But, oh my goodness. So, last night, where's my little brush? Where's my little brush? Where's my brush? There's my brush. Oh, get that hair out of there. So last night, I sat in front of the TV with Howie and watched the rest of the second season of The Umbrella Academy. Making chicken and dumplings in crock pot for first time. Hope hubby likes it. Just remember, are they fluffy flour dumplings? If they are, don't put them in until the soup is boiling, like bubbling. And drop them in real quick and put a lid. When you put the lid on it, cover it with like a folded towel or something to keep the steam in. Did I miss the Christmas card exchange? Oh, hell no, honey. That's not for another week and a half, I think. But you need to ask Terry White about that. So please excuse me while I get my crap together here. Raise your... I don't even know the words. I just love the tune. But I sing all my own songs to it. Place your hands upon my soul. Give it love it whole. You know what I mean? You can almost put any words you want in there. Can you can dumplings? Do they have flour? Then the answer is a hard no. No, you can't can dumplings. Your best bet is to can the soup with no noodles or anything in it. And then dump it in the crock pot, add some broth, and then make your dumplings fresh. It's not difficult to do. Oh, Paula, I just love to sing. Sign up for the holiday card and recipe exchange starts on October 12th. That's Monday and ends November 16th. There's also, I'm doing a collaboration with Sutton's Days on the things I can and I will not ever can again. So I don't know what it is, but I'll do 5 things that I'll always can and 5 things I'll never can again. Something like that. And that's getting uploaded by Monday. Sign up for the holiday card and recipe exchange starts on October. I just read that, didn't I? You freeze your dumplings. Do you make flour dumplings? Because I've seen people use like biscuit dough for like a chewy dumpling, but I do drop dumplings that puff up like clouds. Those are the only dumplings I really, really like in plain soup. Yeah, I asked Lisa to do a video on that. Thanks, ladies. Absolutely. The thing is it's a really easy video for me to make because there was a time when I used to can all kinds of stuff. But guess what? What's the point of canning something if you don't eat it or if you're not going to use it or it's not something your family likes? You know what I mean? So I can all the important things. Like today, I have almost a 5-gallon pail of turnip chunks or Swede turnip neeps and a half a stock pot of carrots. And that's what's getting canned today. I really wish I had gotten some parsnips. Like if I had known that I could can parsnips, which I honestly did not know you could do, I would have probably bought about $20 worth at the market and can them because I love parsnips. I mean, it would be good to can potatoes, parsnips, and carrots together and then just heat them up and dump them and throw garlic butter on them, right? For my vegetable medley. Okay, hang on here, folks. Yes, I do one batch at a time. That's my youngest daughter's birthday, the 12th. Really? Cool. My parsnips did not do good in my allotment this year. Neither did mine. It was mine didn't do good. They didn't come up at all. I'm going to try again next year because I really do want, like I don't need to grow carrots. I can get them by the 35-pound bag, as you obviously see, for like $8. It used to be $7, now it's $8. I mean, right? So Charles is watching you again.
Hello, Charles. Am I doing this, puppy bug?
I have to be really careful about how I talk about other animals. If I go, oh my goodness, Daddy, she gets, if we're in a car. Who are you talking to like that? I was just proving a point that when we're in the car and I see a dog walking down the street and I go, oh my goodness, Daddy. She goes, who's that? Who are you talking about? But she knows we're not in the car and there's nobody here. And she knows I talk to the computer. You got a snotty in your eye. You're so mommy, baby. Mommy loves you so much. You keep me so warm when Daddy goes to work. You snuggle with Mom. Okay, go. Go, 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 go. It's all right. It's all good. Yeah, she's, love your faces that you make. My, what faces? I don't make faces. You know, I emote. But Excuse me. What do you mean faces? Yeah, I'm going to try parsnips again next year. Please excuse me. Looks like a perfect turbine this time. You have no idea how much that little thing hurt. This hurt, this burn I got, but this, oh, I forgot how many nerve endings are in your fingers, eh? Hey, Julie Artisan, how's it going? Oh my God, the faces that you make. Yeah, well, I wanted to act once, and I would have been really good at it. I just lived in a town that was too small. Dad couldn't afford to drive me to and from meetings or rehearsals. What are you whining about? There's nothing to whine about. I don't understand. What? What do you want with Mommy? What? What are you talking about? What do you want? Then stop being disruptive. Go lay down. No, go lay down. Go lay down. There's nothing up there for you. Nothing. Ah, what are you doing? You get out of that plastic, McGracie Magoo. Don't pull the I'm itchy card. Hint, nerve endings, end of finger. Yeah, exactly, eh? Oh, yeah, she's jealous. Lost the tip of my pinky first time using my ninja. Oh, I did that once. I cut the very tip off of this finger, cutting bacon. I was going to church. I had been asked to sing a solo on Christmas Eve. How old was I? I don't know, 17 or so. And I forget where my dad was. I think he was in Peterborough visiting it was Christmas Eve. That's right. He was visiting my aunt and uncle in Peterborough. And I couldn't go because I had this thing to go to. So my best friend Geraldine and I were there, and I was making Westerns for supper. And so if I don't have ham, I use bacon, and I slice the bacon like this, and I fry it first with the onions, and then throw my eggs in. And she goes, Jesus, Bev, pardon my language. She said, Bev, watch what you're doing. And I said, why? I do this all the time. And off went the tip of my baby fingernail and all. And yet it grew back. It never really, it was just the very, very tip. But oh my goodness, did that hurt. Listen, you quit your grumbling and go lay down. There's nobody here. I got nothing for you. What are you looking for? Oh. I don't need a tail. Do you need a tail? Let's cut this little piece of paper off so that she doesn't choke on it or anything. It feels like a little pool noodle in there or something. As long as I give her something, she'll be happy. So, did I put that away? No, I did not. Sorry, guys, if I'm a little bit distracted here. I just lost my turbine thing. Oh, no. There it is. It took me a long time to straighten out this paper clip for that. So, lost the very tip on the mandolin as well. It literally kind of grew back. I know. And it's one of the reasons I won't use a mandolin. I just saw all my fingertips going into the vegetables one day in my brain. That's what I saw. And I went, yeah, I think I'll just skip the mandolin slicer. She's in the box again. Is she? Did she go back in the box? No, she's not. She went out in the living room. So, this is kind of like I said, this is kind of my day off, even though I'm canning and everything today, but it's my day off. So I just kind of want to relax with you guys. You know what I mean? How's everybody doing? I know it hurts. Slice them each time I peel something. Tons of nicks and cuts on my fingers. I know. That's just one. I got little wee nicks all over my hands. It's like you can't get through canning season or butchering season. Thank God I'm not butchering meat anymore. Oh man, I don't know how many. Well, actually, I got a clean chicken, and that's how I cut. I cut a line so fine with a knife, so sharp. I don't know if you can even see. And let's try it this way. See that little white line right there? Yeah, that little white line right there I was sharpening a knife, my yellow paring knife, and I slipped, and it went right across my thumb. My Briar's friend Alex, our Howie calls him the good son, was helping Howie butcher chickens that day, and they were bringing them in, and I was cleaning them out. Like they would kill them and pluck them, and then I would clean them out. And they came to the door, and I said, "Can you give me a hand here?" I was holding my thumb like this, right? I was holding my thumb, and I said, "Can you give me a hand here?" He said, "Would you cut yourself?" And I said, "Yeah." And I pulled the paper towel off and went like that, and it just gaped open. And Alex went, did one of these, because you could see fatty tissue and bone, right? It's like, you need stitches. Nope. Duct tape, paper towel and duct tape. How many times have you seen me with duct tape around my fingers, my thumbs? Little white lines, tons of them. Absolutely. Hi, Lynn Marie. How's it going? Doing onions when you have cuts. Oh, tomatoes is worse. Tomatoes is worse. And this thing, every time, and I finished peeling all the turnips and the carrots yesterday. And then last night, the turnips are in chunks that big. I couldn't do them any smaller because my hands were just cramping so bad. So I cut up like 3/4 of a 5-gallon pail of my turnips and a half a stock pot of carrots in chunks. And every time I stuck my hand in the water, that thing just stung and stung and stung. Or electrical tape, yeah. Or electrical tape. Hi, Emma. Hubby wants me to get those chainmail gloves. I actually, just thinking about it, I actually have a butcher's glove. I think I have a pair of butcher's gloves that I actually have a butcher coat. It doesn't quite fit. From my son Arthur, his friend from Idaho. I believe it's Idaho. It's either Idaho or Iowa. It's not Ohio. It's one of those. And he works at a meat packer's plant. And he brought me a jacket that said the Mrs. Wolfie on it. So it's kind of a spelling error, and it's a size 2X, but it doesn't fit. But it hangs on the back of my bathroom door. Pretty soon I'm going to start hanging these walls with stuff that people have sent. Duct tape and balin twine can fix anything. Yep. I mean, if I have a butter knife, duct tape, and a hammer, I can do damn near anything with that. And I need everybody to email Howie and tell him, and not tell him, ask him when he's going to tear down the KitchenAids, because he's not listening to me. We haven't eaten at the table in 2 weeks because I refuse to move them. So what I'm thinking is, if about 10 people email him and say, when are you going to do the video on the KitchenAids, or can you do a video on repairing the KitchenAids? Don't be demanding, be polite. Howie hates being told what to do. But let me tell you, I will cover my table in brown paper and clear it off and get everything organized for him to do it. But not today, it's Monday. Do onions, wash hands, wipe eyes, still not gone. Started using gloves for all cutting and cleaning of everything. Well, I mean, yeah, right? Actually, I have those little finger cots. They call them finger condoms. And when I start, I actually won't need to, but if I have to do anything else, I'll be putting a Band-Aid. I'll be putting a Band-Aid on there and covering it with one of them little finger condoms. Love the chair you did with duct tape. That was my salute to Red Green. Maybe wrapping fingers in duct tape before starting. Yeah, but then I can't feel what I'm doing, and then it's more dangerous, right? So, growing up, we never went to the hospital unless half dead. I remember getting my heel. We had this lot in Toronto, behind, in between Levane Avenue and our avenue. There was always alleyways between the backs because we had houses along the street that faced each other, and then the next street was the same principle, but in between the backyards there was laneways, right? A network of laneways and garage roofs and all that kind of stuff. Kind of like in the Christmas Story. That was filmed in Toronto. I recognize the neighborhood it was filmed in. Okay? Recognize the neighborhood. It was down somewhere around Queen Street, but towards Dundas, but it was farther up, like the Wood Green Community Center area. I know the area. I know the area. I recognized it. But I remember we had a lot, a full city lot that went from Pape Avenue all the way to the laneway at the back of our street, right? So it was a full street length of a lot, but it had 6-foot fences with, barbed wire on the top. But we were kids. It was, to us, we called it the field. It was just a lot. But people use that field for throwing garbage in and junk in. And I wore my flip-flops in there one day. And we were told never ever go in the field. And I wiggled on, we wiggled under the fence. I forget who I was with. It might have been Mary Jane. And I cut my heel on a piece of broken terracotta pottery that big, and it went right across the underside of my heel. My mom took me to the hospital after giving me a spanking for being in the field, right? The lot. So, hey, Lisa Schroeder, piecing leftover turkey and broth. It's the easiest thing I've ever canned. Absolutely. I use liquid Band-Aid. It works great on stopping the bleeding. Hurts like heck, but no, it also sanitizes at the same time. Life! How are you doing, darling? Yeah, that's a good thing. But you know what else is also good is like egg whites. Honey, real honey. Oh my God. Gracie, what is... leave the plastic bags alone. Mommy said no. You heard me. Get and lay down. Look you've already destroyed my living room again. No. No apologies are not necessary. I just want you to go lay down. Excuse me, folks. I'm really not all here at the moment. I'm doing okay. Hey, Beth Miller, Christina Morin. How's it going? Give me a second. No, she knows. Mommy has eyes in the back of her. Jesus, what is going on with you? What? You gotta go pee-pees? You gotta go pee-pees outside? Look at me when you're talking to me. You're not getting the plastic. No. Briar's doing really well. Briar is doing awesome. He went back to work on Saturday. He took his holiday pays because he was exhausted. You figure trying to fight an ear infection on your own for 11 days. And he worked through most of that. And then when he finally went to the hospital, no, you can't have the bubble wrap. Gracie, go lay down. Get and lay down. She laid down. He's doing really good. He needs to keep using his eardrops until tomorrow's his last day of the eardrops. And when he worked on Saturday and Sunday here. So I picked him up Saturday night and drove him to work Sunday morning, and his boss took him home on Sunday night because he was already going by. So he's doing much, much better. And where is it? It's here somewhere. The forms for his health card have come in. We've just got to wait for the Ontario health card stuff to come in because they want to make sure he's no longer listed under Ontario's health insurance plan. So when that comes in, then I go get Briar. We get his picture taken at the pharmacy, get it time-stamped, and we fill out the forms, and I photocopy his birth certificate and his social insurance, and we send that all off. And he'll probably have his health card in about 6 weeks to 6 months. I have to make sure no plastic around. Cat loves chewing on it. It could be bad for them. My friend Josie, God rest her soul, had a cat. Josie and Harold had a cat. And you couldn't bring a plastic bag into that house that it didn't chew it. It just licked it. And I don't know why. Okay, Chaos, you hang in there and drive safe, okay? Ear pain is the worst. Ear and tooth pain. Any pain in your head is the worst. Hey, Steven. How's it going? Hi, Emma. How's it going, Steven? I'm telling you, I got 12 pints of buttercup and pumpkin canned. And then I baked the rest, and I got 3/4 of a pint of pumpkin powder. I would have got more, but I couldn't get all of the pumpkin out. Some of it had burnt. My oven's wonky. So, yeah, what is it about bags? What is it about bags and cats? Unload my truck. Oh, my God, I saw. So seriously, horse poop is all you use on leeks. And do you put them in a sandy soil too, like turnips and rutabagas and do you grow parsnips? Do you do the same? One of my cats does that. Drives me nuts. So, like I said, I have 3/4 of a 5-gallon pail of big chunks of sweet turnips, peeled and chopped. I couldn't get them any smaller. My hands were just too sore. And carrots, and that's what I'm canning today. I'm hoping to get 12 to 14 quarts of carrots and turnips. Hey, Paula Bowie, under pressure, pushing down on me. Oh, well, I'm so glad to see you, Paulie. You're Paulie from now on. Paula Bowie, you're Paulie from now on. So just horse shit. I mean, seriously, I got to get me some. You know why? Quebec loves their horses. So the next farm I see with horses in the spring, I'm going to say, can you throw a bucket of that stuff on the back of my truck? I'm really, really, really hoping the garlic I ordered from BC almost 2 weeks ago shows up today. It would have been perfect to plant it under the full moon 3 days ago, but full moon in waning is, in the first week of waning is okay too. So it's the first time I'm trying it by the books, right? $3,000 for each life, really going to be expensive. I don't understand what that means. I'm still waiting for my garlic from Johnny Seeds. When did you order it, Lee? I ordered something, Haas Nova gets his seeds from Mary's Heirloom Seeds or something. You'll have to ask Haas Nova at Off Kilter Homestead. But I ordered some seeds just because he gets, he's an affiliate. And he sent everybody, it's like me and Nesco. I just send everybody to Nesco. But I'm not an affiliate, right? I should be an affiliate, but I'm not. But she ended up making him an affiliate just because he sent her so much business. So I decided to order some seeds too. So you like those leeks, I take it. Holy crap. I have never seen leeks that big. When do you start them? And when do you plant them? And how do you plant them? Because I want to know. I want to grow a bed of leeks again next year because mine did nothing this year. They said October 1st they would be ready to ship out, so I'm waiting. God, they never told me anything of the kind. Making chicken and dumplings for dinner tonight. You're not the first. Leek and potato soup that's cock-a-leeky soup if you do it right. You use chicken broth and potatoes and leeks and cream. It's like potato soup. I have so many versions of potato soup that I just call it potato soup. Sometimes it's with cheese. Sometimes it's with leeks. Sometimes it's with veggie broth. Sometimes it's with chicken broth. Sometimes it's with water if you're really broke. I shit you not. This is the way my mother used to make it when we were broke. Because remember, there were 5 kids in my family, and my dad was a blue-collar worker. And we had a nuclear family, right? But I remember coming home and smelling bread and potato soup because they were almost synonymous. When Mom made potato soup, she made bread. Why? Because she had potato water to add to the bread to make it really, really puffy and flavorful. So my mom, I've got a video on it somewhere, would just chop however many, 2 potatoes or a potato and a half per each person, depending on the people, right? So she'd do about 10 potatoes, right? And the same amount of chopped onion. And then she would just cover them with water, completely fill the pot up with water, salt, pepper, and cook. And when it got to the point where she could mash the potatoes and the water started looking milky and like runny, really, really runny mashed potatoes, she would add butter and milk. She would add butter and milk. And if we were really lucky, a little bit of cheese on top. But we didn't need a lot. Cheese was expensive even then. So, I mean, we would get treated to potato soup. Potato, onions, water, salt, and pepper, and milk, and homemade bread. Oh, it's almost time, isn't it? If I had the time, I would make potato. I think I'm going to make potato soup for tomorrow. Thank you for that. Well, after the season is over. Okay, Stephen, thank you. Yeah, I love potato soup. I just thought we had red beans and rice last night. And so Howie goes, like, I don't cook a lot on the weekends, but if I make a breakfast, like if I actually get up and cook breakfast on Saturday, then don't expect me to cook until Sunday, right? So Saturday I made him bacon and eggs, and I put my tiny potatoes through the smallest cut of the chopper with some onions, and I fried them up in the bacon fat. But I said yesterday, Howie goes, "What's for supper?" And I said, "You want supper?" And he started laughing, right? I said, "Seriously, what do you want?" And he goes, "I don't know. Food." I said, "Okay, I'll make red beans and rice." Now, remember how he always says food and he always eats whatever I put in front of him? You know what he says? "That doesn't sound like very much of a Sunday meal." I said, "You wanted food, remember?" I said, "Trust me, you'll love it. It was cold and damp. He went for his last swim yesterday. The pool is closed. The firewood, I think all of the firewood is here." Well, you know what though, Stephen? This red beans and rice, I don't know how anybody else makes it, but I make it, a la Bev, right? So I took a quart jar that was 1/3 full with now remember, the last ham I canned was my home smoked ham. And I'm hoarding that crap in the pantry. So I had a quart that was 1/3 full of home canned or cubed home smoked ham in its own broth. Oh, the smoke. You could smell it as soon as you open the jar. So I dumped that in the crock pot and I chunked, and I mean chunked. I mean almost like in quarters or eighths. 2 nice onions. And I threw in a jar of my home canned kidney beans and a handful of dehydrated peppers. And I just stirred it and put the lid on and walked away. And at supper time, when I gave it, because he's, "Oh, it doesn't sound like a Sunday meal," I handed him a big bowl of that. And he went, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." And he started eating it. Oh, and I threw the rice in, yeah, and let it go. He started eating it. And I went, "Uh-huh." A little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic. I went, "Uh-huh." And he goes, "Is there more?" Not a Sunday meal, my butt. Um, beans non-popper stoppers. Beans are non-popper stoppers. I don't know what that means. He forgot your oatmeal and raisins, so we'll bring it this week. No worries, honey. You haven't told me how much it costs. So please tell me how much I owe you so I can email money transfer you the money. Well, seriously, I thought red beans and rice was no big deal. But when you got home canned really good smoked ham in cubes and a quart, 3/4 of a quart of broth, and you got dehydrated sweet peppers and fresh onions and rice, oh my God. It was like nom 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 nom. And then this morning I just took the onion. What there was a little bit left because Howie had seconds, but there was still like I didn't have seconds. So I just took the chunks, and I always chunk my onions when I'm cooking big things like this. Why? Because Gracie gets leftovers, and the onions have to be big enough for me to pick out, right? I fart no matter what I do after eating beans. Doesn't everybody? All done with the pumpkin. Yay! My pumpkin and squash is all done. Oh, my chickens. They're not laying, but oh my God, they're going to be good eating when I pressure cook them and can them in their own broth, because they've been eating the guts of pumpkins and pumpkin peels and all kinds of stuff, and they've just been loving it. Paula, I made apple crisp earlier today. Came out good. You know what? I'm gonna have to write down. I'm gonna make potato soup tomorrow. Non-popper stoppers. What beans non-popper stoppers? I don't understand what that means. You grew red beans this year? It's easy. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to make red beans and rice, but that's how I make it. Ham broth, cubed ham, onions, peppers, and rice. Bob's your uncle. Put it in the crock pot and walk away. Stir it every once in a while. Terry and Facebook announcement. What? I have to pick up apples this week. I haven't done apples. I don't even know if I'm going to do apples. Hey, Bev, doing the apple recipe for us. What apple recipe? Okay, Christina, take care, honey. Have to make my kiddos lunch before I run to town. All right, sweetheart. Love you too. Drive safely, okay? Take care. God bless. Hey, Bev, doing the apple recipe for us. What apple recipe are you talking about? Yes, red bean. Okay, well, just can your own kidney beans. All right? Can your own kidney beans. And if you find a whole ham, especially a really nice one, you cut that up. And the thing is when I did mine, I pressure cooked it. I pressure cooked it with water and stuff so that I had a ham broth. And I do like I did with the minestrone soup or with canning chicken in broth. I pressure cook it with water, and then I strain it, and then I cut the meat up, and I use the water as the broth, and it's really, really good. Absolutely. You don't have to follow someone else's recipe. And if your ham doesn't have the smoky flavor, okay, if you want to, what you can do is if you get a store-bought ham that's like already cooked or whatever, just dice that bugger up, all right, and fill it like your quart jar 1/4 full or 1/3 full. Add your boiling water, add a little bit of salt, and put in a couple of drops of liquid smoke. That makes a big difference. It really does. Trina, how's it going? Just got back from a grocery pickup. Did I miss anything? No, not really. I'm going to be doing a collab. I'll probably do the video today. And later today, as soon as I get off here, actually, I'm going to start canning my turnips and carrots. And I finished my pumpkin. So Tomorrow, while the potato soup cooks, I'll probably throw all my ground beef in the roasting pan and roast that and can it the next day. So, I mean, all my stuff takes days. It isn't just, unless, especially when you're working with fresh ingredients like whole pumpkins and squash, whole turnips and carrots, and you're doing a lot of it, because I realize I love mashed neeps and carrots almost as much as I love green beans. So I want at least, and trust me, a quart is the only way to go, because once you drain that off and you mash that up, throw a little bit of brown, a little bit of molasses, a little bit of butter. You need to do an apple recipe for us. An apple recipe of what? Give me an apple recipe to do. I have 2 farm-raised hams in the freezer, so next weekend I'll be cooking one up. Well, there you go. Now you know what to do with the ham. Is it bone in? Because if it's bone in, you pressure. There's another thing you can do. If you have a bone-in ham, right, and you're cooking it or whatever, when you have leftovers, pressure cook the bone, not the meat. Pressure cook the bone with water. Okay? And there's your broth. Boom. Right there. Break time. Thank you. You need to do an apple recipe for us. Like what? I mean, I have to have an oven, right? So as soon as the turnips are canned and the meat is canned and the chickens are canned, Howie's going to fix my Whirlpool stove. He's going to fix the burners, and then I'm going to start baking. Besides, Sam isn't here yet. It kind of feels wrong to bake without him. Take care, life. Love you. Break time. Anything regarding apples? I make pies. I make applesauce. And I make canned apples. That's all I do. So and apple crisp. But I save apple crisp for when my son Arthur is here, so I can, make a dessert for him. I saved all my veggie scraps and making veggie broth tomorrow. Can't wait for the tips from you, Bev. Thanks so much. Okay, wait a second. Didn't you just say you're cooking up a ham? Who's cooking up a ham? Right, forgot about the stove. Yeah, I know. It's really, really hard because I really want to start friggin' baking. And I've got, new recipes to try, right? Can you use deer bones in making the broth? I don't see why not. Why wouldn't you? Bones are bones. That's organic meat right there. I wouldn't use the spine, though. Right? Maybe the neck. The neck bones are the best. Do we email your email, or does Howie have his own email? I will ask him when he's fixing the KitchenAids, because my hubby will need to fix mine eventually. All right. As long as you promise not to overload him. Okay? Whoops. There you go. Pretty simple, huh? I'm Mrs. Wolfie. He's Wolfie. Lori is doing the ham. Oh, okay. Okay. My mother-in-law used to make a delicious apple dumplings. She passed away, and I never got her recipe. Oh, that's sad. Hubby got a dough. Oh, Beth, that's awesome. I hope Howie gets a buck this year. I really, really do. That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you, okay. And she has make pectin with leftover apple peels. Yes, and when you do your pectin with your apple peels and your cores, strain it as if you would jelly. Don't squeeze the bag because you'll get debris in the bottom. And folks, when you gel test it with the alcohol, when you get the test where it gels, you can pick it up with the fork times, cook it down by another half. Then it's nice and thick. Okay? Apple fritters are next on my list of to-do. Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be awesome. I hope we get a deer this year. But I'm not really worried if we don't. I'm about to start cooking and canning 20 pounds of hamburger. And for the most part, it's in pint jars, right? I love having dry canned ground beef because it's homemade pizza toppings, or even frozen pizza toppings if you want to dress them up. It's taco night in a twinkling. You know what I mean? It's really busy day. Jar of home canned ground beef and a jar of spaghetti sauce. There you go. Supper's ready. I love having a ready-made pantry. I really do. So, canned a bunch yesterday. Oh, that's awesome, honey. That is so awesome. Allowed 3 in New Jersey. Wow. Really? We're allowed, you have to buy a lottery ticket to see if you win a chance to get a doe. The rest is bucks. And last year, we forgot to apply for our doe tag this year. And last year, I'm glad we didn't, because most of the doe tags went to a whole different region because they were overloaded with does. I just did 2 cases of apples. Don't want to see another apple for a while. Well, I'll probably be getting some this week and doing them too, right? Because I want some more canned apples. I've still got canned apples from last year, but I want some more canned apples, and I want some applesauce because I want to try making an applesauce pie. So, I hear you, Janet. Janet Hobazal, I hear you. Right? What Facebook announcement? Terry, that Facebook announcement needs an N or an it. Ooh, apple fritters. What are apple fritters? I mean, I know what the donut shop style of apple fritters are. What are they? Like a drop dough full of apples and cinnamon that you just deep fry like a donut? Like, is that an apple fritter? Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be getting a bag of apples. It's one thing right now, apples aren't going bad right now. I mean, they're going as fast as they can load them, but I dehydrated 2 gallons of apples for schnitz pies and snacking. Yeah, I need apples. I just realized, remember all the Honeycrisp, that bushel of Honeycrisp I paid $40 for last year, or was it $25? A bushel of Honeycrisp apples. They were huge. So I canned some and I dehydrated like a gallon and a half, or a half gallon and a quart jar full of apples. I just started eating those about 2 weeks ago. They're all gone. Just like candy. Oh, I love tiny apple pies. Apples for schnitz pies. Tiny apples pies. Oh, there you go. I made apple butter. I don't like apple butter. I'm not even fond of apple jelly. I made apple jelly out of the Honeycrisp apples, and it doesn't have the depth of flavor of crab apples. It really doesn't. So, please excuse the lady behind the fan. Buddy's gotten really big. I think he was a young rooster because he's now big. I bet you he weighs about 8 pounds. I threw some pumpkin shells and like guts and a pumpkin shell and stuff in all the guts and stuff I gave to the chickens. And it's, by the way, pumpkin seeds are really good for your chickens. It helps remove internal parasites out of their digestive tract. Can you freeze apples if they're peeled and cored? I would blanch them first. I would blanch them. Oh, and I have those 4 green peppers that are hollowed out in a tub in my thing. I can make stuffed green peppers that's another thing. When I have the canned ground beef, all I have to do is cook up some rice with some onions in it and some peppers in it, right? My dried peppers. And then add the canned ground beef and stuff those peppers. Just warm them up. Hey, McCann's Heart, how's it going? Did you see all the apples that picked? Fuji. Oh, Jonathan Cortland, this week will be Red Delicious and Granny Smith. Granny Smith makes the most luscious pies. It really does. I would love to come to Wisconsin, but then I would never be allowed to bring all the stuff back home, right? Canned beef is also good for stroganoff. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're cubing it, yeah. But I mean, the ground beef, like you can raw pack cubed and stew beef, but you cannot raw pack ground hamburger. It has to be cooked first. So I just throw it all in the roasting pan, put it on low in the oven, and I just stir it every once in a while. And when it's cooked, I can it. Boom. Did I do a video on the pumpkin? Absolutely. This year, like, because I got so many videos of them, right? But this year, I'm just showing you what I got in pumpkin powder and canned pumpkin and squash from what Rav Jolie brought me. Yes, I did a video on the pumpkin. I even saved one of the bigger pie pumpkins. So Howie has a pumpkin to carve. Knowing Howie, he's still going to want to go and get a pumpkin. So, I mean, I asked him to carve a pumpkin, but the truth is, if he didn't want to, he wouldn't, right? And I love to see the little boy in him. He doesn't show it, but it's in his eyes when he's carving a pumpkin. You know what I mean? So I request that he carve a pumpkin every year, just so. I think I actually filmed it last year, or do you want me to film him carving his pumpkin this year? Hey, Carol McKinney. Sorry if I missed it, trying to keep homeschool going. Don't you worry about it, honey. I haven't even uploaded it yet. I haven't edited it and uploaded it yet. So thank you, Janet. I'm not awesome. I'm just me. It's you guys who let me. Hey, you know what? It's 57 minutes and it's kind of my day off. And I got nothing to do but work after I leave. So let's place your hands upon your heart. All right, let's do that. Done. Save. And refresh your page in 3, 2, 1. Refresh your page, kids. Now, bring my chat back up. Did you do a video on ground beef? I was wondering if you added liquid. No, I don't add liquid. And yes, I have done dry canning ground meat. Okay, but I'm going to do it again. Why? I've got literally thousands of videos.
Why?
Shut up. I literally have thousands of videos, right? And it can be a hard slog trying to find stuff on my channel. So I just redo the videos every year because there's always new people showing up. Yarn! Bev, do the mojo. Whoa, that was almost, there it is. Okay. So, there's going to be people who ask occasionally that they miss the live stream. Sometimes I don't make the live stream public until after it's over. You're only going to get notified if I make the stream public while I'm in it. Back for a minute. Have to leave in a few to take mom to her doctor's appointment. Okay, Donna. All right. Polish your hammers. That's right. All right, Stephen, you take care, sweetheart. Do you see the light at the end of the tunnel, Stephen? Take care. God bless. Thank you, Terry. Please read what Terry's writing or what Terry just posted. You know what I'm missing? We haven't had a birthday request today. Although I laugh when I say, how many times can I sing happy birthday? I kind of miss it when there is none. So you take care, Stephen. Mwah. Coffee break is over. Back to picking. God love ya. Does the chat show up in most replays? Yes. But what happens is you have to wait for, like when I make, if this is public and it stays public, monetization and everything stays, sometimes it can take it depends on how long the video is. If the video is over an hour long, they have to reset it so that the chat will show up. It doesn't show up right away. So it's always better if you wait a couple hours to watch the replay. White beans and ham in the crock pot. Sounds good. I had red beans and rice last night with home canned ham. Oh, I only have a couple of jars of that left. Hey, Camille Kazab. Okay. Chapusky? Did I say it right? Chapusky? Almost, Bev. You're almost there, Stephen. You can do it. I know my pantry, everybody's built up for this whole pantry reveal. It's not going to be that big. I've seen bigger pantries and more full pantries on our Facebook page. But you got to remember, big sigh back there. You got to remember, it's just me and Papa, right? Yeah, tomorrow night I think I'm going to make potato soup. Chapyevsky. Did I say it right? Chapyevsky. Hi, Lorac. How's it going? Penny D. I'll just call you Camille. You've been watching me so many years. Okay, I got to say it again. Chapyevsky. Okay. Thank you. You've been watching for years. Really? I suppose everybody heard that Wee Tree Bonsai and her husband passed away, eh? Wee Tree Bonsai was a regular in our live streams. And I guess she was really ill and her husband was getting into later stages of dementia. And when she fell, I guess he tried to help her and he fell too. I don't know. But they both, it's really horrible. But it's also, they died together. I mean, I'm sorry. If I fell on the floor and my husband fell trying to help me and we had to lay there until we died, I think it's the best way to go. It would be the best way to go for me. Hey, Karen Ludwig, north of 49 Canuck. So far, so good today, but the day is young. Love the smirk. I filled my pantry so much that I ordered metal shelving for my breezeway room to store my overload. There you go. But the truth is, like, I see people canning and canning and canning and canning and canning and canning. But unless you're like Steven, who sells his canning, like stocks his pantry and then sells the overflow, right? Or vice versa. How much are you actually going to use? Now, yes, I did get caught short when I had an extra person here for almost 3 months. So I'm making sure that doesn't happen again. And guess what? I have some news. Evelyn! And I didn't call you Elevin. Evelyn, how's it going? Mrs. Ray, Nancy Rudy. Hi, Lena K. Tama Sue. So, we were talking about pantries. Oh, I talked to Nan on Facebook Messenger yesterday. Everybody knows that Nan and I had a blowout. First one in 20-some years. The only one in 20-some years. So it was bound to take some time to heal. But you saw us together this summer, and I was talking to her last night on Facebook Messenger, and I told her I don't think Thanksgiving is a good time to come. Hey, Marie, how's it going? Hi, Jabird, how's it going? Autumn Leaf, Rhonda, Angie, RT. So I was talking to her, and I said, it looks like, and she said, I said, it looks like Thanksgiving's not going to be a good time. I have a niece coming down from Montreal for Uncle Howie because she lives in an apartment. She goes to school in Montreal. Uncle Howie stores her tires, her winter and summer tires. So she's, who did that? I just saw money pop up, but it didn't come up on the chat yet. I bet you. Is Ribby here? Kristen Morris, thank you, darling. Thank you so very much. So I talked to Nan last night in Facebook. She's getting quite good at typing while we talk, right? And she said it doesn't matter. They couldn't come for Thanksgiving anyway because she blew the head gasket on. They blew the head gasket on her car. Oh, thank you, Kristen. I've been seeing people using Instapot for canning veggies, etc., but the heat is under 250 degrees. That's not safe. No, you don't can in an Instapot unless it's a canning pot. There are electric canners that will pressure cook. And the Nesco has one, and so does Presto. I want a Nesco one. Love your videos. I learned a lot about canning. Thank you. Huh, you're welcome, North. Lydia, I've been seeing people. Yeah, no, that's not a good. Is everyone getting excited about the card and recipe exchange? Sign up starts on Monday. Sign up starts next Monday for our holiday card and recipe exchange. And it doesn't have to be Christmas. If you are Jewish, you can have Hanukkah, or you can have Happy Kwanzaa, or you can have just a card that says, I'm thinking of you. But the point is we're going to exchange cards and recipes in a way so that everybody who signs up will get at least 5 Christmas cards, right? There's a lot of people who live alone, a lot of people that don't have family. You know what I mean? So, and I got to tell you, I look forward to the Christmas cards I get from my YouTube family every year, even though I can't mail them out. I can't mail them out, or it costs me like $1,000 to cover everybody, right? But yeah, I'm Yuletide, right? Happy Yule. I will be honored to receive the card of your holiday. Absolutely. I just might send a random card from my stash. You just never know. Well, there you go. So I talked to Nan. All right. And remember I said last year I didn't even finish decorating my living room tree because I didn't have the heart for it. And because I had felt the blanket of doom as I was going to sleep one night sometime in October. I knew something nasty was coming last winter, right? And so I talked to her and I said, oh, does this mean you're going to get your new minivan? Because she wants a minivan, and Karen's like, why? Blah, 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 right? But Mom, the head gasket went. So I said, are you going to get your new minivan? She said, oh, yes. Oh, yes, all in capital letters. I said, so maybe you don't have to cater to my holiday. It's not about catering to your holiday. It doesn't matter. It's just if you want, even if it's just a card that says, I'm thinking of you. Or I hope this winter finds you safe and warm and among the loved ones, right? So let me finish my story. So I got talking to Nan, and I said, I really miss you, Mom. I want you here for Christmas. And she said, maybe. And I said, Mom, I got to tell you, I didn't even finish decorating the living room tree last year because I had no one to do it with. And if I have my way, you'll be here to decorate my tree this year. Help me decorate the tree this year. So I said, but if you come, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So find a sitter for Sam, the cat, and we'll plan it so that you and Karen can come up for like 3 weeks over the holidays. Because I want my mom. Make sense? So she said, okay. Yes! If it's at all possible, Nan and Karen are going to be here for the 3 weeks. 2 weeks before Christmas and a week after. right? Or the 3 weeks, before Christmas and a couple of days after. You know what I mean? So it's the perfect plan because if they come up here, they gotta quarantine. They just can't bring their cat. They just can't bring the cat. Gracie will kill it. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Not a rushed weekend visit where I'm exposing mom to a motel and all that stuff. I told her that if she can't do the basement stairs, her and Karen can have our room. Howie and I'll sleep downstairs. I don't care. I'll do the stairs twice a day. Just to, you know what I mean? Hey, Linda Cook, how's it going? I need a mom hug so bad. Here we go. You ready? You ready? And hold it for 20 seconds, not 20 minutes. A hug has medicinal properties if you allow it to go for 20 seconds. Why? Because after 10, you start to relax into the hug and you breathe deeper and you feel better. It's your hug. I hope so. I hope. Everybody pray. Can I ask for a prayer request? That Nan and Karen can come up for 3 weeks over Christmas, even if they got to come and quarantine here. I don't care, right? I don't care. So, I mean, if they can come the 3 weeks before Christmas and quarantine, and then Arthur and Mel these guys will be quarantined. Arthur and Mel can then come up. And everything should be fine. But I don't know how it's going to work. But if we can do it, we will. Well, I need help to wrap this up and get out the door. Being a taxi for a mom. She's 91. Well, be grateful you got it, Mom. Right? Be grateful. I saw how frail Nan was this summer. And I wanted to put her in my pocket and bring her home because she needs feeding up with real food. Bev, when dehydrating apples, are they supposed to be slightly soft when finished? Yes. When they're hot, because they'll be flexible while they're hot, okay? Let them cool, and they'll still be a little bit flexible, but they'll be crispy too, if that makes sense. What made you cry, Michelle? So I hope and pray Karen and Nan get to come up for Christmas. Amen. From your prayers to God's ears, because it's not Christmas without Nan. At least to help decorate the tree and bake cookies. Like, seriously, dude. It would be a video with Nan every friggin' day. Do you feel it? There comes my holiday spirit. Right? Yeah. Sorry, that buffered for a second. Hey, Snack and Cake, how's it going? How are you, darling? Friends used to hug me until my body just collapsed into arms when I let go of all tension. That's how it works. Hugs are proven to have medicinal properties if you do it for 20 seconds. So I tell you to experiment, man. Right? You hug. Like when Raph hugs me, man, she won't let me go until she feels me go. And then she gives me a squeeze. She won't let me go until I do it. And them shows for her. Right? Hey, Bella's Patio Garden. Aw, thank you, Michelle. You know, hugs we can send them to each other, right? You know, we made a joke when the COVID first started, oh, squishy hugs. But you know what? We need more. We are social beings. We are not meant to be without human contact. And if all you get is a Christmas card from one of us, then that's our human contact reaching out to you, right? Christmas card, holiday card, thinking of you card, get well card, whatever. When you receive a card from one of us, or we receive a card, that's our physical contact. Say correct? You know? Your freezer cookie recipe. Oh, that's going to be so good. Sunflower Farm. Hi, darling. Ginger gargoyle. Spent 4 hours yesterday looking for my pressure canner weight because family members accidentally hit it. I want long distance holidays sometimes. Well, you know what? When Wendy was here, God bless her, we called her the Roomba because she constantly was cleaning. I couldn't find the weights for my pressure canner. I went bug crazy. I went batshit crazy looking for them. And here they were in the little wooden box under my island with all the parts to my meat grinder. Now, I understood after the fact why she put them there, because they were all small parts for food preservation season. But I always leave them inside my canners or in the box with my lids, my lid rings. So I always know where they are, right? I had a panic attack. Hey, Fury! Hello from physical therapy today. Taking a break. Very busy. I took 2 more steps. Go, Fury. Go, Fury. Go, Fury. Good job, darling. Good job. I love watching the older videos of you and Nan doing stuff during the holidays. Yeah. All I want for Christmas. That's all I want for Christmas. I want Nan. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's all I want for Christmas. You got up late today. Well, I mean, hey, Regency, when are you going to be playing TF2? What's TF2? What is TF2? Hi, Glory. How are you doing? I missed something about a Jerry here, and what did I miss? I have fibromyalgia, and you show me I just have to keep going. Yes, honey, but never, ever, ever push past the pain when it's telling you to stop. Okay? We can do almost anything we used to do. Okay, I can't run. Okay, and I can't get in and out of the bathtub. But we can continue doing things we've always done. We just have to find a different way of doing them that is kinder to our bodies. For instance, my 5-gallon pail, it was 3/4 full of turnips and water. Howie, he said, where do you want it? I said, right by the sink. And I put a lid on it last night. Now, it's getting canned today. He said, where do you want the pot of carrots? I said, on the island. And he said, what do you want me to do with the water in the canner? Because I used my canner, my tallest canner to hold the turnips while I was peeling them. And I said, just dump it, please. So, I mean, you know, I can still do these things. But I'm looking into getting an electric canner. Why? Because it's one less thing. Now, it's one less thing that I have to actually move around and lift on and off burners, right? Oh, I hope so, Paula. I hope so. Thank you for your prayers, Bev. AFib is no joke. Hoping to go home tomorrow. No, it is no joke, sweetheart. And don't rush going home. Okay? Because once we go home, even like when I had my last surgery, when they took out my ovaries and all the scar tissue and fixed my hernias and all that. So it was a really long surgery. I mean, let's put it this way: a hernia surgery, you're in and out in the same day, right? I was in for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I was in for 6 days, and they still wanted to keep me. And you get to a point where it's like, I want to go home now, right? And the doctor was not going to let me leave until I could stand up and walk across the room like 5 steps and sit down in the wheelchair. And she said, how are you going to support your tummy? I said, give me a pillow. She said, okay, you can go home. I don't like it, and I had to have, like, we call them the Victoria Order of Nurses, but I had to have a nurse from the CLSC come in because I went home with drains hanging out of me and everything. But there comes a point where you feel you're going to heal better at home. That's when you go. But remember, when you leave the hospital, especially if your doctor doesn't like you leaving the hospital, know that part of your brain, when you check out of that hospital, part of your brain says, I'm mending, I'm all good. And you're going to want to do stuff you shouldn't be doing. So please, please, please think. When you think about doing something, follow it all the way through in your head to see how it's going to end, because you can do that, right? Sorry, I'm missing chat here. Hey, Jean, how's it going? Teasers, pleasers. Tomorrow is your birthday. Well, we'll have to sing happy birthday to you tomorrow. You better be here tomorrow. Being on hospital 9 days. Well, I know, honey. I know. But it's nothing, this is one thing you're going to have to trust the doctors. Okay? I've had 10 hernia surgeries till it held. Jeez, Kelly. I had one. I had a belly button hernia that went incarcerated, and I had an emergency surgery done on that. So when I went back for my ovaries and my hernias, I had 6 of them all at once, and they were all incarcerated. And the doctor said to me afterwards, how did you get 6 hernias? She said, 6. Like, I said, 6. I said, and my hernia? She said, you mean your hernias? You had 6, madame. I said, 6. She said, yeah, and they were all incarcerated. I said, how the hell did I get 6? She said, you tell me. You must have been in tremendous pain. And I said, well, I'm always in pain. See, that's the danger of fibromyalgia. You're always in pain. So you're not always the best judge of whether your pain is dangerous pain or not. Happy birthday early. Hey, Tigger Bouncing. Even when the doctor sends you home, please take it easy. Absolutely. Hi, Shandon. How's it going? Debbie Altman. Oh, don't be saying happy birthday. That's cheating. No, it's not till tomorrow. You don't get it 2 days in a row. You know I'll be here tomorrow. God willing, I'll be here tomorrow. Hey, Nina. How's it going? So it's been almost an hour and a half. But you know what? I really don't care, because I'm getting new internet. And I'm really, really hoping, like somebody, I posted it on a local Facebook group, because people have been saying, hey, because we live in the hills, it's really hit and miss whether or not you can get a cell signal. I just happen to be on top of a hill that is in direct line sight with the big new bell tower. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I really, really hope so. I really hope so. What new internet? Oh, Ginger, didn't you hear? Howie. Okay. I gotta calm down. Give me a second. Too big. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. This is the word. This is the word, folks. I waited until late, 1 p.m., to tell my niece happy birthday. She was waiting for it. Love my beautiful niece. Hey, Joe. You made it. How are you, darling? All right, listen, hang on. Give me a second, folks. All right. Now. And no, I don't have the corona. It's the cannabis. Anyway, yesterday, Howie was reading Facebook, and he also follows the Low Folks, which is where we live. Well, enjoying your live on lunch break. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Nina. I'm saying it early in case I'm not here tomorrow. Okay. That's the only part about smoking. It makes me choke. I hope it's helping you. Oh, yeah, it does. Yes, you can buy liquid smoke at the store. Yeah, at the grocery store. Not watching you yet, Mrs. V. There's a French rap song at present. But I'm here all ears. Okay. Hi, Hometown Cooking with Marianne. All right. The news is Howie was reading our local Facebook page yesterday. And he said, Bell's doing Wi-Fi. I said the last time, and I said, look, I don't do Bell. Okay. Now, when Bell put a tower up, I asked them then what Wi-Fi would cost, and they told me $325 a month, I think, for like 10 gigabytes or something stupid, right? That was years ago. And remember, I got rid of everything and all things Bell Canada because they screwed me out of money. They stole from me. So I'm really, not the person to say Bell Canada to when it comes to getting stuff. Hey, Hometown Cooking with Marianne. Kelly Thompson, Marcus Moss. So Howie said, no. Apparently, because we were coming home from Kaz one day. And I said, that's a new cell tower. And he said, no, that's been up there for years. I said, no, Howie, that's new and it's big. It's much, much bigger, right? And he goes, Bev, it's always been there. And I said, okay, wait. And we went up the hill and around the corner and down the way. I said, that's our cell tower. And he went, oh, right? So he started seeing on the low page that people were getting Bell internet. Now we can't get 5. It's not up here yet. Okay. But we have been, our government was supposed to make high-speed internet available to the rural counties because everything, they were talking about this before the pandemic. They were starting to move kids over into using iPads and stuff at school. Anyway, in order for rural counties and schools to have the same learning opportunities as the city schools, they need high-speed internet. All right? It's not about whether or not you live in the country, you should expect crappy internet. No. We live in the country. My kids go to school in the country. They have to be able to keep up with the city kids. It's that simple, right? So they put that out when he was first when Trudeau first came in. This is one of the things he was talking about, and I was really pissed about it because it hasn't happened. The closest I could have, I went from dial-up. Do you remember dial-up? I went from dial-up to Pectin, which was Wi-Fi, which was really crap, but it was better than dial-up. Then to ExploreNet, which was twice as fast as the Pectin. to now there's Bell Wi-Fi. And the package is amazing, I have to say. What's dial-up? Hey, Voodoo Kitchen Mama. Okay, Patricia, take care, sweetheart. Don't overdo it. And we are all proud of you. I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. So anyway, yeah, dial-up, right? I actually had an extra phone line put in so that I could have a computer on dial-up all the time, right? So now Howie says, Bell's putting out Wi-Fi. And I said, yeah, and had how much? And he said, I don't know, but you should ask. He said, you know that big new tower that you pointed out to me? That's the big new Bell tower. And apparently people are getting Wi-Fi through Bell here. And I said, and I had just asked Bell 6 months ago, any Wi-Fi, or is there any high-speed internet coming to our area? No, not anytime soon. It was 6 months ago, right? So if we're getting Wi-Fi now, then 5 isn't far behind, right? Gotta play teacher. Have an awesome day, everyone. Big hugs. There's nothing about playing when you teach somebody something. You don't have to play it. You are the teacher, okay? Oh, another hurricane, Tanya. And it stinks, so I get it. I hated dial-up internet. Yes. So 14.4 in a minute had to disable the call waiting on the phone or you'd lose the connection. That would always be what, oh God, yeah. So anyway, I phoned Bell. Because Howie said, if Bell 5 ever comes here, Bev, you know you're going to get it, whatever it costs. I said, I'm because you know me, guys. I've been since day one, okay? My first video I ever uploaded was on dial-up. You feel me? That knitting video was on dial-up. Took a day to upload it to YouTube. So, hey, Ruth, how's it going, sweetheart? So I phoned them. Now I'm going to share some financial stuff with you, just so you understand. Y'all got your pencils and you want to do some home economics here? Get your pencils and paper ready. Okay? Where's mine? I'll do mine. Uh-oh. Where's my pad? There you are. Briar gets me one of these every year for Christmas. Briar gets me one of these every year for Christmas. I love these pads. Okay. So, right now, I'm paying $240 a month for cell service across 3 devices. 65 gigabytes is the maximum I can have for cell service. Okay? $240. I am also paying $185 a month for internet service with 150 gigabytes. This is my Wi-Fi internet, 150 gigabytes, $185. 65 gigabytes across mine and Howie's phones and my tablet so that I can stream like I am doing right now, because my internet presently is hit and miss with live streaming. Now, and I gave Howie his television back because it's winter. He watches. I am, jeez. Gotta put it in my pocket. Please tell me I have a pocket. Yes, I do. Anyway, so I also pay $75 a month for television. Everybody doing your math? This is what I pay a month. $500 for TV, internet, and cell service so that I can stream. $500 a month. Okay? So I talked to Bell. And you got to be really careful when you talk to Bell, because they're always saying, oh, for the first 6 months, you're only going to get it for this and this and this. You know, this is the cost, but for 6 months, this is what it's going to be. And I kept saying the same thing. How much after the 6 months? Okay. So we're getting, now hear this. We're getting 2 PVRs and 2 regular boxes, TV boxes, because we have TVs all over this place, and 1 in the coach. And I'm getting 350 gigabytes of Wi-Fi. Pretty sure it's going to be faster. It's going to be fast like this. It's going to be fast like this, like my phone. You ready for this, kids? Two PVR boxes. That means I'll be able to pre-record my stuff when I'm too busy. 2 regular TV boxes. Oh, yeah. A basic channel package with 10 of the channels of my choice. And I picked all the 10 channels that we currently use. $140 a month. TV and double the internet at better speeds. So, what does that mean for my cell service? If my internet Wi-Fi works as well as I hope it does, because it's got to be better, and I'm really close. I am this close with the ExploreNet to being able to live stream, right? I can do it occasionally. I just got lazy and started using my phone. So if it allows me to live stream on my Wi-Fi, I don't need 65 gigabytes of data across 3 things anymore, do I? Because my tablet and my phone and everything our phones will run on Wi-Fi when we're at home. The only time we're going to need it is when we're not at home. So we could potentially go from $240 a month for cell service down to about $120. Cut it right in half. So the math is, this is what I'm paying now. This is what Bell is offering me for TV and internet, twice the amount of the internet. And if it works, I can cut my cell bill in half, and I'll be going from $500 to $260 a month. That's just good home economics, right? I mean, let's face it. Even if the Bell service, and their reputation is riding on this, even if the Bell service is only incrementally better than the ExploreNet, it's a win. It's a monetary win, and it's, you know what I mean? Pressure canners for all. That's a no-brainer. Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's like a $240 a month savings. But I get more. I get to, pre-record. Howie and I can pre-record all of our summer shows and whatever, and then we can binge watch them. Isn't that fun? Mrs. V, are you sewing a new blanket for this winter? No, I'm still working on my nephew Mikey's quilt, Mikey and Amanda's quilt. I want it done by the 1st of November so that I can get it to them for Christmas. But I have to finish my canning first. It's an OCD thing with me. I will sit and I will quilt and quilt and quilt and quilt. But if my mind is on canning, I won't do it the way I want to. You know what I mean? What do you mean $700 a month? I've got literally over. Wait a second. 10, 12, 13, and 7 is 20. Oh, I forgot to add the 2. You're right. You are right. Thank you. I'm paying $700 a month. That's more than my mortgage payment, folks. Okay? I'm paying $700 a month. And if this works, I'll go down to $260. Merry Christmas! Can you see the 100,000 subscriber giveaway coming? I know, right? Thank you, Lisa. You're right. I thought, and yet, see, this is the way I do all my work. This is the way I do all my budgeting, right? With a paper calendar. Never underestimate the power of a calendar and paper backup. $360 in savings. Thank you, darling. Absolutely. I work as a substance abuse nurse. I'm sitting here making happy birthday cards for my patients while listening. Oh, that's wonderful, Autumn. How's it going? So you can exchange email addresses, Mrs. Ray, with whoever you want, as long as they don't mind. So yeah, the math just why? And I'm actually thinking of getting a landline phone in again. But they're not getting my mobile. I got too good of a deal with TELUS, right? So all this is coming on Wednesday. I'm just going to get them to put the PVR boxes in the bedroom and in the living room, and then I'll just tell them to leave the other two and the equipment, how he can do it. My husband can't stand paper hard copies. He's in love with digital. Yeah, well, what happens if the digital fails? Okay, Julie Britt, take care. Hey, April Greer, how's it going, sweetheart? I only have a landline phone. We're talking on my phone. My phone, when I say I went over to the dark side and became a cell phone user, I wasn't kidding. Well, I was kidding about the dark side thing. Once I embrace a technology, man. So what I'm thinking here is if my internet gets faster, there's going to be more things we can do live, right? There's going to be more things we can do live because I'm going to have 350 gigabytes of data. My internet right now is only 150 and 65 gigabytes on my cell phone, which costs me quite a bit. I still don't trust digital. I stick with paper and pencil for more important stuff. Absolutely. That's what I say. Digital fails, where would we be? Absolutely. I have a landline as well because of hurricanes, but I use my cell phone all the time. Well, I'm thinking of getting a landline just for emergencies. Right? But we'll see. Well, let's just see. Right? So I said to them, how much is it? Well, it's actually going to cost me $140 a month, but then there's rental. So it's rental and taxes, it's $160. So I'm actually only saving $340 a month. Hell, I may build an office because I need an office. This is killing my craft mojo. You know what I mean? We don't even use our computers anymore. Everything is done on our phones. I'm sitting in front of my computer. I have to have a desktop but I work on it, right? I need the power of a desktop. Well, I guess I could get a really good laptop, but I'm actually going to be needing a new desktop soon. Thank God we're going to be saving money. I need a new desktop because I'm down to one USB port that functions. And I've got a splitter, an electrically, it's powered, it's plugged into the wall, but I have a USB splitter to run everything else and now my card slot is starting to not function so I need it's my work, right? I know I call it my work and I'm just starting to feel comfortable with that phrase, But you all know it's not work. I do this for you guys. I do this for us because I love, you know, having a YouTube family and friends that, you know, we can come to every day, talk, shoot the crap, learn stuff from each other. I hate my cell. I do everything on my desktop. Yeah, I use my cell, but I there's certain things I can't do with my cell. Like I can't change certain things on. I can't do a lot of my YouTube work on my cell. It just doesn't work that way. Laptop is down. Can't find anyone to fix it. Take it to Best Buy. I have a desktop iPhone, and I like my desktop a lot better. I like my desktop. My desktop, I've probably been through 5 desktops since I started using the internet. Let me think now. My very first brand new computer had Windows Millennium on it. Get an all-in-one. They are great. What's an all-in-one? What's an all-in-one, Rhonda? But anyway, guess what, guys? It's been an hour and 46 minutes, and it's time. Joanne Anderson, hey, honey, I almost over this throat thing, but I guess it's nap time again. Love and hugs to all. See you later. Okay, Joanne, you look after yourself. Tea and honey and lemon, sweetheart. My desktop is in my craft room, too. I watch tutorials as I craft. Really? Since YouTube is your job, can you write off a new desktop and as a business expense? Yeah, but I got to do my taxes first. I haven't done them in 2 years. I love desktop. Mine died. Now I use a little laptop. Prefer the I have a laptop for emergencies if this desktop fails, right? No, honey. No, Doris. The card exchanges starts next Monday on the Connected Hearts Facebook page. I had the big bubble back monitor. Oh, I know. I know. Those monitors were like, right? Like, seriously. Mine wasn't a bubble back. It was just really huge. You know? I mean, seriously. But I think when I get a new computer, I'm going to get a new monitor too. I have a TV downstairs that I can use as a monitor, a smaller TV. But the thing is, bigger than my monitor, smaller than my TV, but it doesn't give a really clear picture. So I'm gonna probably want a new one. Zane, I have my boss in one earphone and Bev in the other. Guess who I'm listening to? For heaven's sakes. Okay, listen. Oh no, I don't want you to miss it either, right? So listen. I have to go can turnips and carrots. So for all those who care to, please help me close with a non-denominational spiritual blessing to the world. We come here, and don't let the fact that I say God stop you from sharing your positive energy for the blessing we send out to the world every day. Can't hurt, right? It certainly doesn't do any harm. So we come here every day to lift each other up and to uplift and to share ideas and to support and love and care for each other. Right? Bev, stay well and see you on the next live. Okay, Nina. Oh yeah, you're going to get me stuck on 2 monitors, Sue. I know it. Take care. I forget where I was. We come here every day to share ideas, love, support, whatever we need to do, right? But at the end of this, we like to share our love and our light and our support with the rest of the world because it's a pretty dark place at times, right? So why hide our light under a bushel? Let's share the light and push back the darkness. So let's have a deep breath. Hey, God, it's us. And as we try to do every single day, God, we come here to love and support and uplift and share with each other. But like we just said, God, and I know you were listening, we like to shed some light and some love and positive emotions with the rest of the world, because it can be a pretty dark place at times. And We want to say a prayer for those who are in dark places themselves, who don't know how to be happy, who don't know how to shed light because they're so angry and hurt and afraid inside. So God, we hand those naysayers and darkness spreaders to you because you're the only one that can handle them. But God, we want to share our light and our love with the rest of the world. So please, God, guide our energy, guide our love. Let us be vessels of your peace, your patience, your tolerance, your love. Let us lead by example. Because God, when we link hands and shed our light, one more chunk of darkness gets pushed back. Gracie just said amen. Amen. Namaste. Shalom, Miigwech.
Literally thousands
Oops, sorry. Namaste, Miigwech. Merry meet. Shalom. Blessed be. Peace be unto you. Whatever your salutation, whatever your greeting, whatever you say to give your energy more power and love, say it with confidence that it's being heard. Okay? Because if we just, you know what? No harm can come from us sharing our love. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I have to go can Swedes with carrots. I love you. All things being equal and normal, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah! Take care. God bless. I love you guys. Remember, your life has value. Your life has value. You need to recognize it. Okay? You need to recognize that and embrace it and release it. All right? I love you. God bless.